There is something that was said by Right Honorable Raila Odinga Jr.'s son yesterday when Fred Matiang'i led other Kisii leaders in mourning and laying wreath of flowers at the graveside of the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga. After that visit, Raila Odinga Jr., while speaking, said something that touched me in particular, that everybody is welcome to our home to pay their respect to their late father, irregardless of whatever may have happened between them. Listen to him.
Asanteni sana Mheshimiwa and all the Mheshimiwas from Kisii. I hope you can hear me. I'm usually the one who's sitting behind Baba, not the one who's talking. But now I've been pushed forward to say a few words. We appreciate you and we appreciate all Kenyans, not just from Kisii. Although Kisii had a very special part in Baba's heart. The people from Kisii loved Baba, and you are all his brothers and sisters. That's why when we stand here with the leaders from Kisii, we get strength. We feel strong, even though Baba is gone, that we are with you. We feel strong, even though Baba is gone, that you have remembered him, and you have come to honor him, and you have come to pay your last respects. So mine is to say asante sana kwa nyinyi wote. I really want to reiterate it again. Please, this shrine, this grave of my late father is open for everyone. It doesn't matter what the politics you had. It doesn't matter what relationship you had. It is open for everyone, all Kenyans, all Africans, everyone around the world who want to come and pay their last respects. Karibuni Kango.
You know, this now gives me a trajectory to have a discussion between me and you on what Raila Jr. said and what Gladys Wanga said recently during a presser. Remember, people differ in politics and ideologies, but friendship remain the same. We have seen politicians clashing hadi kushikana mashati, but at the end of the day, behind the curtains, they share tea and they do businesses. For this case, during a presser issued by the ODM chairperson, Gladys Wanga, whom seemed to have been bitter during that day, forgetting she was mourning the death of their party leader, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, CGH. In that speech, Gladys Wanga said that the likes of Rigathi Gachagua and friends of Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga are totally banned from attending the home of Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Kango Kajaramogi, to pay their respect.
For we note now that anyone who associates with Gachagua and his ilk like Kahiga cannot be our friend. The line is drawn. Yes. Any person who associates with Gachagua, Kahiga, they cannot be our friends. Yes. Whether they are in our party or outside our party. Yes. Kahiga has drawn the line. Yes. To mock, he has crossed the Rubicon. We have crossed that line now. To mock Raila Odinga in his death, to mock him in his life, we could respond. But to mock him in his death, no. Any person who associates with Gachagua, with Kahiga, with that lot, can never, ever be our friend. Because the principle is, the enemy, the friend of your enemy is your enemy.
Then now came the son and the spokesperson of the family, Raila Jr., dismissing and demolishing those nonsense. There is a shame, a very real shame to Gladys Wanga, that leaders of like Caleb Amis had to question how Gladys Wanga is taking ODM after the death of Right Honorable Raila Odinga. The sequence of events that has happened under Gladys Wanga watch, that the family of ODM have told every Kenyan, whether ni mama mboga, whether ni boda boda, whether ni mwanasiasa, you are welcome to come and pay tribute na uomboleze nasi. Give us warm so that we can't feel or we don't feel that we are left alone. While Gladys Wanga and her team are very busy dividing Kenyans and taking advantage of Raila's death to gain politically. In one of the scenarios in her speech was categorically directed to Mount Kenya and Kashagwa, that in Mount Kenya there are sections of leaders who are accepted to visit home of Raila Odinga, and there are those who are not. Irrespectful of what was said about them. And in this particular case is the case of Raila Odinga. But I believe now Gladys Wanga should be beating herself some strokes to punish herself, because her wordings, the way she looked courageous while speaking, has gone into the air. That now many Kikuyus who had feared to travel to Kango Kajaramogi will have the confidence to go and mourn the leader of stages of Raila Odinga in his home. It will give a chance to even Kenyans to visit Raila's home, particularly those from Mount Kenya, because the ODM party leadership had created a notion that anybody, maybe you are close to Kashagwa, would not be allowed. And you know what happens if you go to Kisumu or if you go to any place, anything can happen. You might get hurt, you might get killed, something bad can happen. But now, Raila Odinga Jr. opening up and telling Kenyans that nyinyi mkuje muomboleze na sisi kwa amani na mrudi nyumbani is a big step to so many Kenyans who had some doubts of visiting the late Proud Honorable Raila Molo's home to pay their respect. And for ODM, it has turned now to be a lesson that you don't take everything as you own. You don't take the ownership. It seems if you are not the one to say, then nobody else should say. The ODM fraternity were riding on Raila Odinga's death politically to gain themselves or to position themselves, some certain leaders to position themselves in that situation. The reason why I'm talking about Gladys Wanga is that Gladys Wanga was very busy talking of issues about Raila Odinga's death and who knows to support, who is to go, who's doing, while its other entire party led by Sifuna were busy meeting with families of those who lost their lives when they were paying their last respect to Right Honorable Raila Odinga in Nyayo Stadium and Kasarani, because there are people who died from gun wounds when the police were trying to control the crowd. There are those who died because of stampede in Kasarani. And those are part of the families who had Raila's interest in their hearts when they came to pay their respect to a fallen soldier. That was one of the first things, or the most things, that the ODM leadership led by Gladys Wanga should have highlighted, that when we are doing this, a section of us are doing that. It's only that the few people from ODM went actually to look for those families, being led by Edwin Sifuna, while the likes of Gladys Wanga were busy organizing forums with the Luo Nyanza to meet at Dr. Oburu Odinga's home to have a discussion and install him as their party leader to take over from Right Honorable Raila Odinga. And it should act as a shameful way, or Raila Odinga Jr. was trying to speak and kill the notion of ODM, that this is different between party and family. That you, the party, are saying this, and we, the family, are saying this. To now cut across that Raila Odinga Jr.'s message is much stronger than that of Gladys Wanga.